Hey y'all, Michelle Raza here with Finding Yourself SATX Life Coaching, helping you find your best self since 2017. Thanks for hanging out with me today. We're going to be talking about Melody Beattie's Codependent No More. We're going to be covering Chapter 12, Learning the Art of Acceptance. If you haven't had a chance, please do check out our website. It's at www.findingyourselfsatx.com. We recently just added a donate button, so you can donate any amount from $1 on up to help support the Finding Yourself Book Club. We do have, I believe it's like 165 videos now up on YouTube, working to getting to that magical number of 1,000. So if you like these videos and if they provide value to you, please do like and subscribe. It really does help us little YouTubers. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to talk about the art of acceptance. Accepting reality is touted and encouraged by most sane people. It is the goal of many therapies, as well it should be. Facing and coming to terms with what is a beneficial act. Acceptance brings peace. It is frequently the turning point for change. It is also much easier said than done. Accept reality? Half the time, we don't even know what reality is. We're lied to, we lie to ourselves, and our heads are spinning. The other half of the time, facing reality is simply more than we can bear, more than anyone can bear. Why should it be so mysterious that denial is an integral part of alcoholism or any serious problem that causes ongoing losses? We have too much to accept. Our present circumstances are overwhelming. Frequently, we are so caught up in crises and chaos, trying to solve other people's problems, that we're too busy to worry about accepting anything. Yet we must sometimes come to terms with what is. If things are ever to be any different, we must accept reality. If we are ever to replace our lost dreams with new dreams, and feel sane and peaceful again, we must accept reality. Please understand, acceptance does not mean adaptation. It doesn't mean resignation to the sorry and miserable way things are. It doesn't mean accepting or tolerating any sort of abuse. It means, for the present moment, we acknowledge and accept our circumstances, including ourselves and the people in our lives as we are and they are. It is only from that state that we have the peace and the ability to evaluate these circumstances, make appropriate changes, and solve our problems. A person who is being abused will not make the decisions necessary to stop that abuse until he or she acknowledges the abuse. The person must then stop pretending the abuse will somehow magically end, stop pretending it doesn't exist, or stop making excuses for its existence. In a state of acceptance, we are able to respond responsibly to our environment. In this state, we receive the power to change the things we can. Alcoholics cannot quit drinking until they accept their powerlessness over alcohol and their alcoholism. People with eating disorders cannot solve their food problems until they accept their powerlessness over food. Codependents cannot change until we accept our codependent characteristics, our powerlessness over alcohol, people, and other circumstances we have so desperately tried to control. Acceptance is the ultimate paradox. We cannot change who we are until we accept ourselves the way we are. How do we achieve this peaceful state? How do we stare at stark reality without blinking or covering our eyes? How do we accept all the losses, changes, and problems that life and people hurl at us? Not without a little kicking and screaming. We accept things through a 5-step process. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross first identified the stages in this process as the way dying people accept their death, the ultimate loss. She called it the grief process. Since then, mental health professionals have observed people go through these stages whenever they face any loss. The loss could be minor, a $5 bill, not receiving an expected letter, or it could be significant, the loss of a spouse through divorce or death, the loss of a job. Even positive change brings loss. When we buy a new house and leave the old one, and requires a progression through the following 5 stages. So I won't go too much into detail on the stages, but I will let you know what they are. So the first step is denial. Second is anger. Third is bargaining. Fourth is depression. And then fifth is acceptance. So the point of what she's trying to tell us in this chapter is when you are a codependent, you're often faced with a lot of things in your life that you don't really have control over. A lot of times that forces us to try and control the things that we can, even in a way that's somewhat unhealthy. And then we stop taking care of ourselves. We're so focused and preoccupied on the other person that is causing the issues in our life, the dependent, right? The chemically dependent person, the substance abuser, the alcoholic. In some cases, you can get codependency from a real caregiving situation, right? You're obsessed with that person and their life, and you stop taking care of yourself. But until you accept how bad the situation actually is, it's very hard to make any lasting changes. And so that's where she's telling us to learn the art of acceptance, to stop looking through a rose-colored glass and start holding up a real mirror. And that takes some introspection. It takes some hard emotional work. If the person that you're a codependent to is not willing to take steps to do things in a better way, you have to accept that that's who they are, and then do some self-reflection as to whether you want to be the person with that person. Because codependents typically become very angry, right? You're the angry codependent because the dependent in your life, the substance abuser, the alcoholic, etc., they put you in situations that affect you negatively, and you're constantly angry at them. And is that who you want to be? I mean, I would hope the answer is no, right? But if you're watching this, it may be that that's the case, right? That's what you're living through. And so by first accepting the situation, accepting that they won't change no matter how many times they tell you that they will change, that's the first step of you starting to gain your own freedom, control your own life, take care of your own self, and then will ultimately partner with somebody that is going to be there for you, that's going to be there for you and be a good partner, and whatever the role is, right? Could be a romantic partner, could be a family member, right, that keeps asking you for money or something. But you want to first be careful to take care of yourself. And second, make sure that you don't enable their bad behavior, right? If they're doing something that damages them, you need to set up clear boundaries to where they can't damage you, and also don't enable them. So loaning money to somebody who's going to drink it away and who's consistently proven that, at some point you're not helping them, even though you think that you are. Anyway, so heavy stuff here. Please do check out our website. Please like and subscribe. There's a lot of cool products that we have out there too, not just asking for donations, right? We have the personal vision statements that you can buy separately or as a bundle, as well as moving into goal setting and then finding an accountability partner. So working on continuing to bring you good stuff, both here free on YouTube and then also in our digital packages. So give me a call if you'd like to talk, or send me an email, and visit our website, www.findingyourselfsatx.com. Take care, y'all. Have a great evening and a great week. Bye-bye.